Dear students, welcome to Ex Weekly MCQ. Today, let's discuss the current affairs based MCQs from the 4th November to 10th November. Let's consider the first question. It is about cloud seeding. See, in cloud seeding, we are all well aware that we use the chemicals. So, chemicals are used in order to act as a condensation nuclei, or that is a chemical nuclei. So, around which this nuclei only the condensation will happen. So, the first statement, it aims at providing condensation nuclei to facilitate cloud formation, is correct. So when one is correct, so we have all the three choices. Then cloud seeding works only when there is enough pre-existing clouds in the atmosphere. Yes, when this cloud seeding process just accelerate the process of condensation. Okay, so it will work only when there is a pre-existing cloud. So 2 is also correct. Okay, so answer C is not the choice. Then one can get rainfall using this technology in deserts also. See, but in desert what happens is, we are all well aware, because of the less moisture content over there, it doesn't have enough clouds, because of which we cannot use this technology in the deserts. So when 3 is eliminated, so B cannot also be the answer. So D also cannot be the answer. So option is A. Okay, and the last one, this requires only planes to deliver the nuclei on clouds. See, it is not required we need to have a plane. We can simply spray it on the ground. Answer is A. So next question, which among the following chemicals are used in the cloud seeding technology? See, we basically use the iodides of silver and potassium and dry ice, that is solid carbon dioxide, along with that a liquid propane. So cloud seeding is a weather modification technology whereby to create an artificial rain. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following statements are related to the Cold War? See, we are aware of this. After the Germans' defeat in the war, the Allied powers, that is US, UK, France, what they did along with the Soviet Union or Russia, what we currently call, they took over the territorial contents of Germany. Okay. After that, they divided it into 4 zones. The whole Germany was divided into 4 zones. Later, they decided that is US, UK, France, they decided to rule over the East Germany, okay, and Russia or the Soviet Union took care of the West Germany along with Berlin. So the next statement, so option 1 is correct. So then Marshall Plan. See, Marshall Plan is nothing but a reconstruction plan that was given by US President Harry Truman in 1948. This Marshall Plan was an economic assistance that was given to the Western European countries for reconstruction efforts after the Second World War. So this is also related to the next is Truman Doctrine. See, what Truman believes, being a capitalist, he doesn't want the communist countries or the communist governments to take over. So what he says, wherever there is a poverty, then in such a case the communist ideologies or communist propaganda will get promoted. Therefore, maximum support has to be given to this poverty-ridden areas or the war-torn areas, so that communist government would not occupy the place. So answer is all of the above. Which among the following are significant consequences or manifestations of end of Cold War? See, we are well aware that Cold War is nothing but a rivalry between the ideologies, that is USSR with communist ideology and US with the capitalist ideologies. Okay, so this war was supposed to be ended with the disintegration of USSR. So fall of Berlin Wall is the manifestation of this, because Berlin Wall was a dividing between the West and the East, where East Berlin was taken care by US, UK and France, and the West Berlin was taken care by the Soviet Union. Therefore, because of the ideological differences, because of the socioeconomic differences, so to ensure the development of the European countries which were suffered because of the Cold War era, so a Maastricht Treaty was signed. That led to the formation of European Union. The fall of Berlin Wall also coincided with the Russia's withdrawal from Afghanistan. Therefore, answer is D. Next question. What are the options available for the governor of a state in case of a hung assembly? What is this hung assembly? When there is no single party who has gotten majority. Then in such a case, what are the options available? See, here we have to remember the recommendation that is being made by the Sarkaria Commission. So what are the recommendations of Sarkaria Commission, and which is also accepted by Supreme Court? The first one is this. So it will always the order of preference is that governor should invite a pre-poll alliance parties to form the government. Then second option is the governor can invite the single largest party which takes a claim to form the government. Then third one, it can invite a post-poll alliance, that is alliance which is formed after the all parties in the coalition join in the government. Then the last option that is available is invite post-poll alliance of party with some becoming part of the government and some supporting from the outside. That is, so this is same as a post-poll alliance. Here some party, some members or individual candidates will be supporting and from external or outside, that is extended support. So are we clear? So whenever there is an hung assembly, governor has four choices. First, he can call a pre-poll alliance parties to form a government. Then single largest party which takes to claim a government. Then invite a post-poll alliance of parties, okay, with a coalition who are interested to form the government. And the last one is post-poll alliances with the extended support from the outside. So option 1 and 2 are right. Then what is this precedent rule? See, we can see with this recent Maharashtra issue also. So none of the government is able to form the government. Okay. So then in such a case, governor under Article 356, if the state cannot be carried out according to the provisions of the constitution, can recommend for the precedent rule. Therefore, the answer is all of the above. Next question. Consider the following draft guidelines by Food Safety and Standard Authority of India regarding the fast food. First statement is, they prohibit the sale and advertisement of fast food within 100 meter around the school premises. See, it is actually prohibited within 50 meters from the school premises. Draft guidelines is made because in 2015, Delhi High Court gave an order to Food Safety Standard Authority of India to control the fast foods which are rich in fat, sugar and salt, and thereby also they suggested them to promote an healthy diets in the schools which is safe and balanced in nature. Then third one, the companies are prohibited from using their logos, brand names and product names on the books and other educational materials. Yes, this is also correct. And the agency recommends the combination of whole grains, milk, eggs and millets so that child will have a safe and balanced diet. So answer is, as one is wrong, it is 50 meters. So we have option is C. Let's consider the next question. Consider the following statement regarding the steel scrap recycling policy of Ministry of Steel. See, this policy is made in compliance with Hazardous and Other Waste Management and Transboundary Movements Rules 2016. So 4 is the right option. Then, this policy aims at formalization of scrap collection and processing. So we are already aware that, so because of informal and unscientific collection, so there is huge dumping all across the city. Therefore, we want to go for a formal and scientific collection of it. Then, it will also help in the resource conservation and energy savings and setting up an environmentally sound management system for handling the ferrous scrap. Then, it aims at minimizing the dependency on the imports. See, as what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a responsive ecosystem. We are trying to recycle the products in the steel sector. Thereby, we are creating a circular economy. So, whatever it is recycled, that can be reused. So, in such a case, we can minimize the dependence on the import. So, here, we need to remember the 6R policy. What is 6R? That is reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, redesign and remanufacture. So therefore, in this case, all the 4 are correct. So answer is all of the above. Remember, steel scrapping recycling policy is under Ministry of Steel and that is in compliance with Hazardous and Other Waste Management Rules. The next question, consider the following statement. Quadrilateral Security Dialogue or Quad, the Quad, we means a quadrilateral, is an informal strategic dialogue between United States, Japan, Australia and India. Okay, so A is correct, 1 is correct. Then, these countries carry out annual military exercise called as Samudra Shakti. It is not Samudra Shakti, the answer is Malabar. So, this is the largest military exercise that is being conducted between these 4 nations. So, then who conducts this Samudra Shakti? This Samudra Shakti is conducted by India and Indonesia. So, answer 2 is wrong. So, the answer 1, A is correct. Remember one very important thing. The squad started in 2007 and this is informal strategic dialogue. This is the most important thing you have to remember, which they can use to try to confuse you in the prelims. Consider the following statement regarding the India Justice Report 2019. So remember, this is the first ever ranking of Indian states on the justice delivery that has been given by Tata Trust, that is in collaboration with Center of Social Justice, Common Cause and Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative. So remember this NGOs can be very useful in your GS paper 2 in the mains perspective also. That is Tata Trust, Common Cause, Center for Social Justice, Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative. Okay, so all these organizations together have released 2019 India Justice Report. Okay, so it is not released by Niti Aayog. This is wrong. Then this report ranks Indian states on their justice delivery system. Yes, this is right. Then the report is based on the 4 pillars of justice delivery, that is policing, judiciary, prisons and the legal aid. So option 3 is also correct. So answer is 2 and 3. So answer is C. So remember here, when Indian Justice Report 2019 was provided, the states were categorized into 2 categories. One is large medium states, that is who has a population above the 1 crore, and the small states and union territories that has population which is less than 1 crore. Okay, and here in the justice meter or the Indian Justice Report, Maharashtra has emerged as overall topper among the large and medium states. So who is the topper? That is Maharashtra. And when we go to the particular category like policing, Tamil Nadu has got the topmost score. In case of prisons, Kerala has ranked on the top. Okay. In Kerala of judiciary, that is again Tamil Nadu has fared well. Then in case of legal aid, Kerala has fared well. So Tamil Nadu and Kerala has performed well in the individual categories. Discussion: which of the following statements related to the clean development mechanism are correct? So remember, with the Kyoto Protocol, which came into existence in 1997, so 3 developmental works or 3 ways of environment control was proposed. One, emission trading. The second one is with respect to the clean development mechanisms, and the third one is joint implementation. See, in emission trading, what used to happen is, so one country, both Annex 1 countries, that is the countries which are developed and they are responsible for the environmental pollution, they were given the credits. Okay, so for example, Australia has around 200 credits and Japan has around 100 credits. Okay, so Japan will implement all the environment control measures and it produces only 50. So 50 is extra with Japan, but Australia will not be able to control. So Australia is spending more than 300 credits. Then in such a case, this extra will be sold to the Australia. This is called as emission trading. Okay. Then what is this clean development mechanisms? See, in clean development mechanism, see in CDM, for example, Australia has emission quota of 200. Okay. It is emitting 210 of the carbon credit or greenhouse gases. Then in such a case, Australia will invest in Indian solar power project. See, because Australia invested in Indian solar power project, so the greenhouse gas reduction would happen in India. So, and that probably, for example, if it is around 10, then in such a case, this will match to the quota of 200. So therefore, clean development mechanism is something and developed country or the Annex 1 country implementing the program in the other developing country. Then what is the third one? That is joint implementation is something like this. An Annex 1 country implementing a project in the Annex B country so that to meet their targets. So here you may get the doubt, what is this Annex 1, Annex 2, non-Annex countries, etc. So remember here, Annex 1 countries are those countries which are industrialized countries, okay, like US, France, Japan, etc. So those countries have responsible for the greenhouse gas emissions that has happened. So therefore, they have pledged to reduce the greenhouse gas, okay. What is this Annex 2 countries? So these are the countries who would provide financial assistance and technology to the developing countries. Okay, then who is this non-annex countries? See, non-annex countries are the developing countries like India, Brazil, China, which do not have any compulsory binding targets to reduce the greenhouse gases. So just remember here, Kyoto Protocol suggested for the three mechanisms. One is emission trading, clean development mechanism, and joint implementation. Then here, Annex 1 countries, which are industrialized countries. Annex 2 is a subgroup of Annex 1 countries, which give the financial assistance. Non-Annex is the developing countries. Okay, so here it is a flexible mechanism defined in the Kigali Amendment to the Vienna Convention. Kyoto Protocol or CDM is nowhere connected to this, so this is wrong. Then it allows developed countries to invest in developing countries, protects that aim at protecting the ozone layer. See, this is not specifically meant for protection of ozone layer, so both are wrong. So answer is D. But here, what is this Kigali Amendment to the Vienna Convention? See, we are all well aware, Vienna Convention and Montreal Protocol, all this is related to the ozone layer protection. Okay, the Kigali Amendment to the ozone layer protection was recently made in order to reduce the or freeze the usage of hydrofluorocarbons. Next one, what is Voyager 2? Voyager 2 and Voyager 1. Remember, these Voyagers are launched to study the interstellar space, that is, the space between the two stars. Okay, so why are we launching this? This is to understand how is our outer solar systems. So what is the edge or to study our outer solar system. And this is particularly Voyager 2 is targeting towards the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Okay, so it's a project that has been taken up by NASA. So the answer A is 1 is wrong. Then it is designed to find and study the edge of solar system. Yes, that is correct. So answer is B. So what was the second judge's case of 1993? See, this case is very important because this is where Supreme Court devised the collegium system for appointment and transfer of judges in the higher judiciary. Okay, the case accorded primacy to the judiciary over legislature. See, we are all well aware who is appointing the judges. It is a president, so executive. So in this case, Chief Justice of India or judiciary was given primacy over the executive. So answer is A. Next question. Which among the following statements regarding Feni River are correct? See, why is this in news? It's because an ongoing dispute about the water rights. See, this Feni is a transboundary river which originates in the South Tripura district and it will be flowing through the Sabroom town and then enters the Bangladesh. Okay. Mahuri River, which is also called as Little Feni, from Nokoli district joins it near the mouth. Therefore, it's a transboundary river between India and Nepal. No, it is between India and Bangladesh. Then, the Feni River originates not in the Nepal, it is in the India. And the third, river is navigable. Answer is D, that is none of the above. Let's move on to the next question. Which among the following statements are correct? Ethanol or ethyl alcohol is eco-friendly. Yes, it is a biofuel. Therefore, it's an eco-friendly that can be extracted from algae. See, earlier it was made from the fermentation of sugars from the plants such as corn, sugarcane. Okay. Later on, it was also made from molasses, which is a byproduct of sugar manufacturing. Now, with the third generation biofuels which are coming up, they are produced from the algae. So, answer 1 is correct. The central government has mandated 10% of blending of diesel with ethanol by 2022. See, it is not blending with diesel, it is blending with the petrol. So, option 2 is wrong. So, answer is A. What is CST 100 Streamliner? Why is this in news? So, CST 100 Streamliner is it's a crew capsule that can carry astronauts to the international space stations. See, this will be used to carry the astronauts to and from the international space stations. This is A. The next question. The exercise Dustlik is a joint military exercise between India and Uzbekistan. It's a military exercise between the armed forces that will counter the terrorism. Next question. Consider the following statement. NAVIC, that is also named as Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, that is IRNSS. It's India's independent regional navigation system that is developed by India. Okay, it is designed to provide accurate position information service to users in India as well as a region extending up to 1,500 km from its boundary, which is the primary service area. So answer 1 is correct. Then, the system is expected to provide a position accuracy of better than 20 meter in the primary service area. It is an Indian system of 8 satellites. It is 7 satellites that is aimed at telling the business and individual users where they are and how their products and services are moving. So therefore, the statement 3 is wrong because it is made up of 7 satellites. So when 3 is eliminated, choice limiting is ye, that is 1 and 2. So here one more thing what you have to remember is IRNSs provide two kinds of services. One, it is a standard positioning services that will be given to all the users, and the other one is the restricted services, which is encrypted services provided only to the authorized users. The term adjusted gross revenue seen in news recently refers to the usage and licensing fees to be paid by the telecom operators. See, recently it was very much in news, so remember it is very important in the prelims context. See, what is AGR? It is the usage charges and the licensing fees that every telecom operator like Airtel, Vodafone, everyone should pay to the Department of Telecommunication. Okay, when Department of Telecommunication is calculating this AGR, it tries to calculate using two. One is spectrum usage charges that will be pegged around 3 to 5%, and the other one is licensing fees that will be around 8%. Okay, so this was this definition of AGR was so much in confusion. From the last 14 years, telecom authorities and the telecom operators were fighting for. Consumption of glyphosate is highest in which of the following states? See, first of all, what is this glyphosate? Glyphosate is basically an herbicide, that is an agent which is used to kill unwanted plants. So these will be usually sprayed on the leaves of the plants to kill the weeds. Okay, it has very good market size in West Bengal and Assam with respect to the tea sector. But however, the largest consumption is happening in Maharashtra, okay, which is being used as a key herbicide, okay, in sugarcane, maize and many fruit crops. Important thing you have to remember is in 2015, World Health Organization has said that glyphosate is probably carcinogenic to humans. The national waterway 2 is between. So the answer is Sadia to Dhubri. See, here we can see the different waterways. One is National Waterway 1, that is Ganga to Allahabad. Next one, National Waterway 2, that is between Dhubri to Sadia. Then we have National Waterway 3, that is West Coast Canal, Kollam to Kottapuram. Then National Waterway 4, Godavari, Krishna and canals, that is Kakinada to Puducherry. Then National Waterway 5 is between Brahmani Delta canals, that is from Goenkalli to Talcher. Then National Waterway 6 is in Lakipur to Bhanga, that is in Barak. Okay, so these are the 6 national waterways. Just try to remember, this can be asked in the match the following. Consider the following countries. Which of the above are not part of RCEP? This is what we are supposed to identify. As we can see in the diagram that we are not able to find US and UK in this thing. So we have South Korea, we have Laos and Vietnam. Therefore, answer is B. See, what is RCEP? RCEP is a regional comprehensive economic partnership agreement, that is a free trade agreement between the 10 Asian states and the 6 other partners. Okay, but however, India recently walked out of this deal. So according to this, we have to eliminate the tariffs that we are putting from the products that we are importing from these particular countries. The next question, consider the following statement. Shanghai Cooperation Organization, it is a joint exercise on the urban earthquake and search and rescue. It is organized with the aim to provide coordination and cooperation involving all the agencies or multiple agencies in the earthquake scenario. So option 1 is correct. Then on the initiative of Government of India, National Disaster Response Force is hosting this rescue operation in India. See, this operation is a 4-long simulation exercise that will be conducted as per the guidelines of International Search and Rescue Advisory Group methodologies. Okay, and who are the participating countries? It is China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Here, Pakistan has opted out that it will not be participating in this joint exercise. So the answer is both C and 1 and 2, that is C. Consider the following statement with respect to Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act. See, earlier we might have discussed about the inner line permit. See, what is this inner line permit? In inner line permit, except the residents of that particular state are not supposed to enter those places. If they have to enter, then they have to take a permission. This was a British system that was introduced in the earlier era. So now it is a modified or it's an improvised version of the same. Okay. Any person who is not a resident of Meghalaya and intend to stay more than 24 hours in the state will have to furnish document to the government. Okay, this is correct. Only the employees of the state and district councils are exempted from the purview of the act. So it's not only the employees of state and district councils, it is central government employees are also exempted from the purview. So answer is A only. Along with that, what you have to remember is any person who gives a wrong information or a false document will also be punished under the various sections of IPC. Next question. Which of the following communities recently won the Asia Society's prestigious Game Changer Award in New York? See, it is nothing but Kung Fu nuns. See, who are these Kung Fu nuns? These are the people who are living in the Ladakh region. Okay, so these are around 700 nuns who are growing over the Drupka legacy. Remember the legacy that they are following, that is Drupka. Okay, see, they are the generation of Buddhist. Okay, what they use their teachings in the real time, and they want to bring in gender equality and environmentalism in the real life. They were given this award because of their work to empower the women and dismantle the gender stereotypes in the Himalayas. So, and one more important thing about this Kung Fu nuns are that they use the word Jigme ahead of their names. That is, Jigme means fearless. Next question is about National Health Stack. What is National Health Stack? See, National Health Stack, as released by Niti Aayog, is a digital infrastructure with the aim of making the health insurance system more transparent and robust. It is based on the 5 components. What are the 5 components? One is Electronic National Health Registry should be there. Next one is coverage and the claims platform should be provided. It also provides for the personalized health records framework wherein the database could be maintained, health database could be maintained, and then National Health Analytics Platform, so where you can obtain the analytics with respect to this thing, and so that it will be helpful in the policy making. Then it also has a unique digital health ID so that health data dictionaries and supply chain management for drugs shared across all the programs will have the same unique digital health ID. Okay. Then what is this National Digital Health Blueprint? It is an architectural document for implementation of the National Health Stack. So statement 1 and 2 are correct. So when we can see, so this will get automatically evaluated. Next, what is this 3? The vision of this National Digital Blueprint is that to create a national digital health ecosystem and that will ensure the universal health coverage in the efficient, accessible, inclusive, affordable, timely and safe manner. So remember these keywords which you can use it for your GS paper 2 answers. Okay, that by providing them with the data, information and infrastructure services. So answer for this is answer D. Next, a recent study stated that an active and naturally occurring life cannot be sustained at Danakil. It's located in which of the following countries? It is located in Ethiopia. So what is this Danakil region? Here, there is a huge domination of magnesium. Because of that, cells will get breakdown. Then, second reason is, there is very low pH over here and high salt. So this makes the adaptation very difficult task. So the answer is B. The next question is about the Wasteland Atlas 2019. See, Department of Land Resources along with National Remote Sensing Center and Department of Space has published the Wasteland Atlas. Okay, so statement 1 is correct. Next, the new wastelands mapping exercise carried out by NRSC, that is National Remote Sensing Center, using Indian Remote Sensing satellite data is brought out as a 5th edition of the Wasteland Atlas. So this is also correct. Then, this 2019 Atlas provides district and state-wise distribution of different categories of wetlands. Yes, so this is, you have to remember, it not only provides the nation-wise or the region-wise, it also provides the state and the district-wise. But it does not include Jammu Kashmir. Is wrong over here. So when statement 3 is eliminated, then answer is A. The term Aish Dash seen in recently news refers to the ease of doing business monitoring dashboard that is developed by CBIC along with the NIC. So what is this Aish Dash? It's a dashboard of Indian customs which helps the public see their daily custom clearance times, or when anyone is sending their logistic, they can check how long time will it take for the clearance from the various airports and the ports. Polypedids bengalensis, a new species of the tree frog, was recently found in which of the following states? It was found in the West Bengal. The next question is about the Red Atlas Action Plan. See, this Red Atlas Action Plan is prepared by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It's not prepared by Ministry of Environment, it's prepared by Ministry of the Earth Sciences. So therefore one is wrong. So this is wrong. Then the manual provides information including the corporation wards that are likely to be affected due to the flooding and the areas that may need evacuation in Chennai, taking into account all the historical database. See, we are recently aware of the Chennai flood. Okay, so to prevent such scenarios, what we have done is the probable scenarios when a different period of rainfalls can happen and what is the situations of floods that can happen. So they have tried to map in this atlas. Okay, so they are based on which flood mitigation can be done, preparedness, operations and management aspects could be well planned. So therefore the answer is B. Hope the series is helping you. Thank you.